Hey guys, it's Lakeisha, and I'm back again in my husband Johnny's kitchen. I'm going to make one of my favorite chicken dishes today. It's going to be a chicken fajita bake. It's got a little bit of fajita with our chicken, but it's very simple, and we're going to make it in one pan and one dish, so not a whole lot of cleanup. Let's go ahead and get started, starting with some chicken strips that I've cut up myself from some boneless, skinless chicken breasts. I've placed them in a pan with a little bit of olive oil, and I'm going to go ahead and season them with some paprika. Just kind of want to cover them just slightly with that paprika and black pepper. And then I like to use the Lori seasoned salt, but you can season your chicken however you'd like. We're just doing our basic seasoning so we can go ahead and get these cooking. All right, so I'm going to place them over medium heat. And while that's going, I've preheated my oven to 375 because ultimately this is going to be a bake. In the meantime, we're going to take a dish and about 2 cups of cheddar cheese. Now, if you don't want all cheddar cheese, you could in fact do 1 cup of cheddar cheese and 1 cup of mozzarella cheese. You can actually do any kind of cheese you'd like. I know there's some Mexican blends that you could use, but the fact of the matter is you want 2 cups total. So we're going to dump that in here. And then we're going to take about a half a cup of cream cheese. And that's just plain cream cheese. Again, like all of the recipes that I go through, you can use the low fat. And then we're going to do about a half a cup of sour cream. And again, same thing with this. You could use the low fat if you'd like to, but just the plain cream cheese and plain sour cream along with the 2 cups of cheese. And we're just going to get this stirred up here. Meanwhile, we've got our chicken tenders back there cooking. And once I get this all stirred up, I'm going to go ahead and finish off my chicken. And as soon as that's done, then I'll come back and show you the next step. Once you've sauteed your chicken breasts for about 15 to 20 minutes, they should be partially cooked. You want to take peppers, be red, green, and then also some onion that you've cut up. And I've cut about a half a red pepper, a half a green pepper, and a whole small onion. And I've sliced them in fajita style slices. I'm going to take those vegetables, stick them in with my chicken so that they can go ahead and saute together. So I have everything cooking here on the stove. You can see my chicken is partially done, and I've got my peppers and onions here in the pan. So as soon as these soften up, then I'll go ahead and bring everything back together. So it all finished cooking. We've got our chicken breast tenders along with our vegetables, our fajita vegetables. So the red peppers, the green peppers, the onions, all sauteed here in the seasoning and that little bit of olive oil. So let me put the lid away. And all we're going to do now is place this into our baking dish. So I'm just going to transfer it all over along with the seasoning, all the liquid. There's just a small amount of liquid in here. So I'm going to transfer all that over. Okay. And I'll move that around a little bit. Make sure that the chicken and the peppers are somewhat spread evenly. There we go. That smells so delicious. And then what we want to do is take that mixture we made earlier. That was the sour cream, the cream cheese, and the shredded cheese. And we're going to just dish that out on top here. Just want to scrape all of that. We want to get as much of that as we can. Place that on here. There we go. And then I'm just going to kind of spread it evenly across the top. So what's going to happen is once we complete this and we put it in the oven, now remember we preheated our oven to 375. Once we get that in, we'll get this in there, then all of this cream cheese and this shredded cheese is going to melt over top of our other mixture. And we will have basically like fajitas in a pan. Now, you don't have to do this, but I'm going to go a little above and beyond, and I'm going to add a little additional shredded cheese on top. You could use a different kind of cheese if you wanted to, but that's just to give that little bit of hopefully a golden brown touch on the top. So I've got it all done here. You can see it from the bottom. It's layered with those peppers, onions, and the chicken. And we've got our oven at 375, so we're going to put it in and we'll come back when it's done. After being in the oven for about 20 minutes, it is all complete. You could see the cheese is melted, the sour cream and the cream cheese has all melted down into our vegetable and meat mixture. So I made some Mexican rice, and I'm going to pair that together with our with our bake that we've got here. So let me go ahead and dish them out. Oh, wow. It looks delicious. I'm going to get me a piece of chicken here. And then I'm going to get some of those vegetables as well. Lots and lots of gooiness. You'll have a little bit of liquid in there, and that's kind of going to give you some nice liquid you can put on top of your rice there. So that is how I'm going to make it. Delicious. And go ahead and get some tasting going. Oh, this chicken is so soft and tender. Remember, we've got those peppers, the red, the green, and we've got the onions in there, so you can smell all of that, all those flavors. Very hot. That is really good. You've got so many flavors with those peppers and the onion and the chicken, all the seasonings that you put, and then on top of it to have the sour cream and the cream cheese. It's really delicious. So highly recommend it if you want a Spanish dish, or you could always take tortillas and just put it without the rice and just put that in the tortillas. That would work too. So again, another success. I'm Lakeisha in my husband Johnny's kitchen. I'll see you next time.